So it's going to be about my brother. I got to hear his take on some questions I wanted some answers to, and then he didn't disappoint, but some of the questions I was baffled with the answers he was given. So get to the episode and see what he said. Hey my loves, thank you so much for clicking on this episode. I love having you here. I would like to ask, how are you navigating life this week, today, this month? Let me know in the comment section, and as always, stay true to yourself and love yourself always. I'll catch you in the episode. I had someone send me this, and then it's very fascinating, so I wanted to read this to you. It's about God, creation, Christianity, and how things came to be. So it goes I've been thinking about this for some time now. Even if God did not exist, wouldn't the Bible still be the greatest book ever to be put together? If you really pay attention to it whilst reading, the details and how everything comes together. If it were to be mere stories or were not inspired by God, it would take only a sick genius to come up with stories like that. So many great people have actually devoted their lifetime to studying it. And it's a prayer, or my prayer, that we take it seriously, read it, and then study it very well. Pay attention to it, as it is the only book that has actually spoken about every problem we face in life and how to go over it. You want to understand the will of God? Study the Bible. It is the only authoritative thing we can take instructions from. Listen to pastors less, read and study it more. Which I really agree with, because I think a lot of people have ended up oh, my pastor said this, or this is how my pastor interpreted it. So the thing is, what I found in the Bible is especially with me being Catholic, we have a liturgical calendar where we read, we have the books that we read. There are sometimes it gets to a point, a form of celebration, maybe Easter, or you have Christmas, or maybe the Holy Family time. There are some verses that we read all over and over. We've heard it a lot of times, you understand? But then it's always interpreted differently. It's always explained differently. The same way you would sit down to understand it, I would sit down and understand it entirely differently. So take the time out of your busy schedule, sit down and read it yourself, understand it, and then compare it to actually what pastor said is actually true. Don't just take their word for it. Also, use what they've said as a guide. Let it also be at the back of your mind, and then also, make your own deductions from it. You are smart enough to do that. And I'm sure also pray for discernment from God, because God always gives you discernment for you to be able to understand his word and understand the Bible and what's in it. There'll be some revelations that will be revealed to you that if I read it and you tell me that it wouldn't make sense to me at that time, but then later on in life or in the day, I'll be okay, actually true, it's not clicking and I understand. So that's how it is. So I would like to thank that friend for sending this submission in. You can send your submissions in as well if that's something you guys are interested in, concerning anything that you want me to read over here. I'll just let me know if you guys are interested in that. Maybe I'll create a Google form or something, and then you guys can put those submissions in. Then we'll see. Have you realized that if Moses hadn't broken the tablets that God actually wrote the first commandments on, we would have had God's handwriting, or would have had something that has been touched by God, it would have been kept. I don't know if I should Google this, but I don't know if the tablets that Moses went to rewrite the commandments of God in is still there. If people have found it and they are keeping it safe in maybe museums or in church archives and stuff, I don't know. But imagine if he didn't break it. I understand his frustration. I understand that the Israelites were being stubborn. But imagine if it was we would see how, that would have been so beautiful. When God says he's going to provide, he does it so amazingly. It's very beautiful to watch, because I think even early this year, we went through some things, and we were wondering who can be of assistance and stuff, and people were just showing up in weird ass ways, and then the provision that we were praying for and then thinking about, and then it was becoming troubling for me. I don't know about the other parties involved, but it was becoming troubling for me. But then throughout the days, it just got sorted out. We kept getting the help and the assistance that we need. I was wow, truly cast your burdens to God. He's going to do it. It just wowed me. I think there are some times that it happens, and then we don't really deep it, or we don't really think about it, or we don't really put much focus on it, or give that much praise back. and then we just like brush it off. But then like this one, I'm looking at it also, and I'm saying that like it's something that I maybe do often, that I have to be mindful of, and also like be thankful, be more expressive of my thanks, because like you needed a provision, you didn't know where the provision is going to come from, but then like God still pulled through for you. Someone somewhere where you didn't know the person was going to even be of assistance or of help decided to step up and step in, unknowingly to him or her, and just like assisted. And that was very beautiful to see. And like, these are some things that I want to bring to our caution, for us to also be mindful of, because there are some things that you'll be praying for, you'll be asking of, and then God will just do it like in such a wonderful way that like it's mind busting, yeah. So let's like, when we see and recognize those instances, let's not forget to like give him the praise that he deserves to get. Yeah. And there's this saying that like someone keeps mentioning every morning. Every day above ground is a day to be thankful. So even at least if you really even do anything, like the first thing we wake up, when we do like reach out for our phones. Me, for instance, like this, I get awoken by my alarm, so I'll reach out for that and then pause it, or like snooze it on the days I don't feel like it, and then I would put it on my podcast and listen to like the word of God. But previously, I'll just reach for my phone, lay in bed, scroll a bit and stuff, right? But even reaching out for your phone and stuff is also something we should be cautious of. Why not just pause the alarm, pray, give thanks, because every day above ground is a day to be thankful and grateful for. So that's something I want you guys to also incorporate in your daily lives, and also be thankful for every day above ground. If you are enjoying this podcast, there are some things I would love you to do. Subscribe, follow, wherever you listen to this. Leave a like and a review, and comment and share with a friend or 5. Or be the difference and do all 3, That wouldn't hurt. Thank you. Things you cannot live without.
Okay. So, food, number 1, family, friends, anime, books, music. Yeah, I think. Yeah, the rest are okay.
Guys keep thinking that if they were women, they would make easy money than what women make, or take advantage of being women. Why do you think that is so?
If I was a woman, I would have mansions and cars.
How?
You know.
So you don't mind sleeping with anybody to get the house, mansions, and cars?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Because you're a man. That's what you're saying. So it should be a norm.
It shouldn't be a norm, but if that's why he said, if I were a woman, yes, I would have those things.
A norm for you.
Oh yeah, why not?
I should not do some.
Now it's up to you. It's up to you. Maybe cry, you go take one that mansion dash me to, I will take.
It's not because of mansion that I'll be here and I'll be giving myself. What's your thoughts on staying in contact with your ex? Is it a yay or a nah? Because right now you guys are out of feelings for each other, or you think it's just because you know this person, you still have to keep contact with them?
Yeah, I still stay in contact with my exes. Yes, we were friends before we dated, so why should I end the friendship just because we dated? We are still cool. Yeah, for real. It's body.
I don't agree.
Why don't you agree?
Because people went into a relationship with a different agenda.
Yes and no.
And then the relationship didn't work out. So why are they?
The relationship didn't work out doesn't mean the friendship
you want to
didn't work
circle
out.
back.
No, the fact that the relationship
No, so you
didn't
want
work
to
out.
circle back.
It's not about circling back. The relationship didn't work out. Cool. But we were still friends before we became
And so?
lovers. It doesn't matter. Bro, it's cool.
Do you think body positivity is promoting obesity, or being fat is a choice?
Being fat is a choice, actually. And body positivity is not promoting obesity. If you are fat, you are fat. And if you don't feel like being fat is good, then do something about it. It's just as simple as that.
Mention 5 things you are grateful for.
Grateful for. as usual. So the most important, I'm grateful for life, I'm grateful for family, I'm grateful for friends, I'm grateful for love, and I'm grateful for health.
In your opinion, why do you think females are addicted to the male gaze and attention?
Girls in general are weird, and like girls like attention, they like to be, and like they think if guys look like are looking at them, or if they walk in a room and every guy turns their neck, then that makes them a like top girl, bad bitch kind of thing. But sometimes it's not like that actually. It's not every guy that's addicted to the body. We may look at your body, yeah, but that doesn't mean it makes you anything special. But yeah, but yes, girls are addicted to it.
If you were surprised by some of his answers, just as I was, especially the ladies, not the guys, I'm sure they will be like, oh, it's fine, it's normal. They see where he's coming from. But I'm sure as ladies, we would have some reservations about some of his answers. So let me know. Share it in the comments. Let me hear your thoughts. This is a little FYI I wanted to throw out there. One is toxic shock syndrome, TSS. So this is when you wear a tampon for too long, it can significantly increase your risk of developing a serious condition called the TSS. This can be a life-threatening and requires immediate medical attention. The recommended maximum time to wear a tampon is 8 hours. So always change it regularly throughout your period. The risk of it is that when you leave it in for more than 8 hours, the chances of you developing that, which is the TSS or the toxic shock syndrome, is caused by the bacteria overgrowing in a warm and moist environment. So if you don't know what a tampon is, it's more or less like a sanitary device or a sanitary item that women use, but it's not like the pad where you see it's laid on their panties, but it's rather inserted in them like an IUD would, or like maybe when they are taking some medications have to like be inserted either through the anus or through the vaginal canal. So that's how a tampon is being used, and it stays up there. So same thing with that, and then I think with the menstrual cup or menstrual disc, those ones also go inside you and collect the blood or store it until you're ready to empty it. So when a woman keeps it in for that long without changing it, the body now produces, or the item or the device in her now makes bacteria grow in there, because already inside of you, anywhere inside of the human body is warm and moist, and bacteria like to grow in such areas. So the symptoms of it to be that you have high fever, you have chills, you have a rash resembling a sunburn on your palm and your soles, you have muscle aches, you also vomit, you have diarrhea, there'll be dizziness as well, and you have low blood pressure. There have been instances where people have actually died from this. So if you suspect it, remove the tampon immediately and seek medical attention. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. The towel that cleans your ass today is the same one that might clean your face tomorrow. I don't know what it means, but yeah, do with it what you want to. Hey you made it to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for staying this long. I hope you enjoyed every bit as much as I did when I was recording it. Let's navigate life together in the next episode. Talk to you soon. Don't forget to follow this show on Apple and Spotify. And also, I do post this on YouTube. Did you know that? No, you didn't. And I just plugged you in. So don't forget to subscribe, like, comment on YouTube, like and share on Apple and also on Spotify. I love reading your comments. Catch you in the next one. TANNSTITCHES is an ethical handmade crochet apparel and accessories brand founded by me. Beauty Hair Grow is a hair care product line which uses natural ingredients like shea butter, avocado and jojoba oils as their base ingredients. It's good for natural, relaxed and texturized hair. BENDAH Home of Beauty is a beauty store and a bespoke bag design store with all the products made in the USA. Their links will be in the show notes. Please do check them out. TANNSTITCHES is my own business and I'm affiliated to Beauty Hair Grow and BENDAH Home of Beauty. Therefore, any mention of these brands, whilst not being sponsorship, is monetarily endorsed. Sponsorship and affiliations do not change my opinions nor my honesty, but I'll always disclaim to make sure these motives are clear.